Let's go back to, let's pick up on the herding mentality you talk about, because one factor we cannot get away from in Kenyan politics is the factor of ethnicity. And you are a Maasai, one of the smaller ethnic groups. Kenya has never had a president from a smaller ethnic group. How do you really think that you can make it?
Yes, because my small tribe thing is actually an advantage. Yes. Because of two reasons. Number one, first of all, the big guys are fighting. I don't know what is making them fight. So the political arithmetic is refusing to come. You see, they have always been used to this, bring yours, put them on the table, and then we win. That winning formula is not going to work this time, because Kenyans are not looking for that kind of branding. They're looking for leaders, combinations that will deliver results for them. Number two, because I'm a small guy, I'm non-threatening to anybody, and therefore I don't already come on the confidence that I have Maasai votes, therefore I will bring this huge block. I'm already coming saying, well, my block is Kenyan, so Kenyans, please take this small guy. I will bring all of you together. You are all safe in my hands. You can trust me. And for me, that's the message. It's a genuine message. It's a real message. And I believe that the Kenyan people will buy it.
So answer this question from Twitter. One of our viewers has sent a tweet asking, what would your priority be for the first 100 days in office if you were elected?
For what it is worth, the first thing I will do, and because I just love it and I think it's a very critical sector, and it is easy to do, I will order cleanup of all our cities. It represents freshness and a new beginning. Mm-hmm. When you get everybody cleaning up, it's, wow, now we have a new government. In the meantime, I'll take my cabinet to somewhere in the coast or someplace or in Nairobi and grill them for 2 weeks to make sure we have one common purpose, so they don't run in different directions. So that, because the work of the president is three things. Number one, to unite the country. Number two, to supervise national affairs. And number three, national sovereignty, to defend it. So I need to bring these guys so that they can pull in one direction. And the third thing I will do is that I will visit every county, because we have new counties, and I need to go to have this sense of ownership and everybody to feel, hey, we are new president, so that you don't have county governors running again thinking that they have new countries.
All right. Several questions about the youth and unemployment. How would you tackle that?
I think for me, that's a very important issue. Actually, one of the things I would order easily and very quickly also is to introduce a program of internship. A program of internship
that's already happening, though.
No, not quite. It's not structured. But we will put aside money. And we say every young people who finishes college will have a chance to serve at least 1 year in a place where their skills are relevant. Whether
it's almost like a youth service reintroduction.
No. It's an opening that allows you to have something to do as you look out for an opportunity. Because the reality is that you cannot say that you just go and in year one, you've created all the jobs you need. To create the number of jobs, 500,000, 1 million jobs, requires many factors to move, many sectors of the economy, the agriculture sector, the housing construction sector, the road, the construction sector, many things have to move. And that cannot happen in 1 year. It has to happen in 2-3 years. But in the meantime, create an opening for youth. I will actually make sure if there is a youth ministry, there has to be a youth records office. If I finish college, everybody knows how many are leaving college, how many are getting jobs, how many are still waiting. There's at least this place that gives people hope that something is happening and we can account, including helping our youth to access jobs within the region, like Southern Sudan, where jobs are available, and that we can do.
Let us get to experience in meetings up country.
Yes.
Most Kenyans do the opposite of what you are saying.
Yes.
Kenyans don't give you money when you go to public places. Kenyans want money from you. That has been a culture. Where for President Moi, you used to go to a rally and then you buy bananas, or you give women some money to buy. Is your experience not there?
It is a challenge. It is a challenge.
Are people not asking for money?
They are.
And for things. And what are you doing about it?
Not necessarily.
And you're frustrating them?
No.
Because they used to receive it.
They are asking for money, but Kenyans are asking money. And I think let's not underestimate the intelligence, because they do know what they want in terms of leadership. So even though they are asking for money, it's because many people are poor, it's because a lot of people have huge needs. You know, what has happened in Kenya is that you disempower citizens. And then when they are disempowered, they get impoverished. And when they are impoverished, they are manipulatable. Then you manipulate them. A lot of the citizens are in that stage of manipulation, where because they are so impoverished, you know, they must make ends meet. So they still ask for help, not necessarily because I've gone there. They ask for help for fees. They ask for help for this or that and that.
So what are you doing about that?
No.
Because your method is different. Receiving, not giving.
No.
Which is not common here.
My method is different because they are the middle class, the professional class like you who earn money. You're the ones who give me 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, and they do give me that money.
Do you pass it to Mwananchi?
And I use the same money for Mwananchi, because even if it's 500, even if it is 100, I do give as I have it. And when I don't have it, I tell them, no, actually, I don't have it.
So you're in fact giving people money?
No, but not to induce them.
How else? That's according to the Election Act.
You cannot induce people. What I'm saying is that I have been sharing my whatever I have with the people, not even because I'm running. I'm talking about a desperate mother who comes to your office and says,
Okay.
I have no transport.
There are lots of questions for you. One of them centers on your party from VK Tunes on Facebook. How is it different and unique from the traditional and mainstream parties in Kenya?
It is different because already, even the way it is. By the way, we have opened about 29 offices, and almost all of them were volunteer, contributions. Kenyans saying, like just yesterday, somebody called me in Kapsabet and he said, I have paid 60,000 and I've opened an office for our party for 1 year. That's very different. I haven't, as Ole Kiyapi, removed money and I said, okay, here's money, open the office for us, so that I am the one person funding the whole infrastructure. We are empowering people to own this. But number two, I also believe very strongly that the values, we have values, but it's difficult to say or to prove to people that we are different because we have not yet run an election. We can only answer that question after we have gone through the vetting process.
Okay, very quickly, because David has a question and we're out of time.
Yeah, I think, Prof, you have to tell us, you obviously must be looking for a running mate. Have you identified one? And what are the considerations you're putting into that decision?
I haven't yet identified one, but I am already talking to people, and I cannot really say at this point who it will be, because it's a process of searching.
What are you considering?
The considerations are that, number one, for me, I would prefer, if I would find a woman running mate, that would be really nice, just because of gender balancing. I'm really
but it's not difficult.
I am very, I mean looking at not just that, because it's gender, but it's also regional balancing, it's also value balancing. There has to be somebody who, if I wasn't there, for whatever reason, can be president of Kenya. So for me, that's the most important consideration. A person who should be deputy president is a person who can be president anytime.
A very quick question about alcohol abuse. How would you deal with that?
I think alcohol abuse is symptomatic of many social ills affecting our youth, including all drugs and substances abuse, and it is simply engaging the youth in a very deliberate program. There is no simple silver bullet of saying you do this and you fix it. I simply believe that we must come up with a clear program of opportunities for the youth.
Okay. Last word, why should Kenyans vote for you? We're out of time.
Because I think Kenyans can trust me, because in what I have handled, I have done a good job, and I think Kenyans know that. And therefore, and I want them to vote for me, because I want them to trust me that what they hear from me is what they get. I don't say one thing and mean another.
Right.
I've always been consistent with myself and with public affairs.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your time on Cheche this morning. That's all for Cheche this week. Our thanks to the panel of Mutegi Njau and David Makali, and our best wishes for Professor James Ole Kiyapi as you go through your campaigns. Udwa Kamimo.